decided that we get the housemates to shear some sheep and knit something to use in the house. Personally, I think she's set the bar pretty low, so if you've got an idea to beat that, I mean, good on you, well done. Just buy a KFC twister, then SMS us your idea in 100 characters or less, and for all the details, go to the website bigbrother.10.com.au. OK, this is all so exciting, and there's more, because after the break, you and I will discover just who is the misfit in the Big Brother house as 3 more housemates find themselves facing nomination.
I'm trying to do a trick for you. All right, you ready?
Yeah, go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. There it is. Right, ready? I'll throw it behind me. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
There's a reflection in the mirror, man.
Welcome back to live nominations, where our housemates' emotions are as bare as babies' bottoms. Now, last week we saw Catherine receive a strike for failing to give the right reasons for nominating. Today, Big Brother has given Terry a strike for discussing nominations. Let's see what happened.
It'd be interesting to see the people you voted for you and why.
I don't care. I know.
I think she'll get a shock that I didn't.
Huh?
I think she'll get a shock that I didn't.
Terry.
Just came out, I suppose. Just all the emotions and everything. Just lost track of my head, so...
Terry, I'm awarding you a strike for discussing your nominations.
Yep, no worries.
That's all.
OK, thanks.
Well, now Terry was the self-confessed tactician last week who has since mutinied against her own navigation. Yes, last week, Terry nominated Catherine because she thought she was her biggest foe. But it would appear she has more than one foe in the house.
I think in this confined space, the little things can be made into the big things, which a prime example of that is last night.
But you just said to me that you were talking to Ashley, not me, so why can't I walk out of the conversation?
This is why you did it.
Because I didn't want to be seen in a room having a bitch.
Bree was walking
I didn't want to be seen in a room having a bitch about someone. Oh my God.
But you've just made a big scene over it. Everyone's making a big, huge deal out of everything.
God!
I just don't want to get angry at anyone in here because it's hard to remain angry at somebody when you can't escape them.
Even attacking you just decided to come into the conversation.
That's right, and I'm just trying to say that we're old enough for people to speak for themselves. All I can say is there's at least, isn't there about 10 to 12 years difference between me and the girls?
Yes. But that's not what's making the differences, though. It's just different personalities, mate.
So it's just like the girls and then there's me.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's how I see it. And I'm not a girly girl either, but I don't fit in with the guys and I feel like I don't fit in with the girls.
Oh, don't meow. No one ever meows when boys say things about boys. Girls can have opinions, except for all the girls in this audience. OK, let's cross to the diary room. First up is a girl who looks like an angel, dances like a devil, and has the name of a French cheese, Brie.
For 2 points, I nominate Terry. Firstly, same reasons as last week, just because I find that her interrupting in conversations makes me back out of conversations quite regularly, and also because I find her quite argumentative and that she drags me into confrontations which I don't feel necessarily have anything to do with me, which has happened on a couple of occasions this week. It makes me feel annoyed. For 1 point, I nominate Igor because of his constant farting, burping, swearing, and also his, which I find offensive, and also his lack of contribution to the group. I find that he doesn't really do much at all. He'll occasionally pick up a tea towel, but that's about it. He never offers to cook, clean, or anything like that, which takes up my time in the house that I could be spending with the other housemates.
Igor.
The first 2 points I'm going to nominate for Elle, just that this week she snapped at me a few times and in the kitchen about the food supplies and what we can have and what everyone's limited to, and I've just seen it, as, well, too much for me. I don't want to be snapped at like that, like a little child. I don't like people telling me when I can eat, what I can't eat. If I'm hungry, I can't even make a sandwich for myself, so it's affected me. If I'm hungry, I want to eat, and that's it, really. One point I'm going to nominate for Kane. He's just gotten a bit too big for his shoes, and the way he has been towards me, he's copied a lot of the other guys in their house and having their sort of like trying to be with their characters, and just gets a bit too, just talks a bit too much around me, about me, and just things he says I don't like. And I have actually, said a few things to him and been straight up front and told him where to go, and I'm not really fussed about that, so I don't like someone talking to me like the way he does, and I won't stand for it.
Terry.
I nominate this week for 2 points as Igor. The reason why is that he wants to leave. This has affected me because I always hear it, and I don't like hearing about people who want to leave, so it affects me because it's a negative in the house and I want it to be happy and cheery, and sometimes it's not. I nominate Brie for 1 point. She's a fab girl, happy and funny, sometimes for me, and loud and she gets a lot of attention. Sometimes for me, affects me because sometimes she's a bit intimidating to me, believe it or not. And I just sometimes don't feel like I can have a voice in the house because all her attention's on her.
Well, at least she said what she's feeling. You should be impressed by that, Aphrodite. You started the trend.
True.
So it's all very interesting. Let's cross to the tally board. Now, Igor is still racking up the points on 15. Terry is on 7. Elle's on her tail with 6. And Brie and Kane have joined Paul on 1 point. Coming up, our Big Brother Ken dolls, Wesley and Kane, buff their biceps and point their pecs at the nomination Voodoo Doll.
I reckon Trevor will go good.
I think Ryan will win.
I reckon Kane could win it.
I like Trevor, I reckon. Ryan, because he's very doable.
Oh, I really like Brie. I really do.
Oh, get to see more of Paul.
There's something about Igor, I think he's environmentally unfriendly.
Housemates to nominate now, and I want to ask you, Aphrodite, what is it like when you're sitting on the couch and you hear your name, that you are nominated?
Okay, you hear the silence, and thanks for, like, the huge amount of silence before my name was called out.
No, that was the eviction. I know, that was cruel. But what about nominations when you're all sitting there together?
When you're kind of half expecting it, you're waiting for your name, but when you hear it, you think, oh, my God, it's reality. It's happening. And then when you really get, like, kicked out, it's even worse. Like, your heart just pumps and there's nothing you can do. You have to go. And did I get a double 20-second thing?
I think you had to be reminded to leave, yes.